Welcome back to Grand Tactician the Civil War. This is our Confederate campaign. It's episode 4, I believe. We are looking likely that we're going to be having a battle in Virginia again. Another battle here. The Department of Pennsylvania has crossed the river. They're sitting between our two armies with another couple of armies in support. The Army of Occupation, who we defeated in the last battle under McClellan. We sent them packing back over the river there. McDowell's Army of Northeastern Virginia with 28,000 men is also pushing south from Alexandria. We have got Major General Beauregard's force with around 20,000 men, which will be about 25,000 by the time their recruits arrive. But that is still some way off. We also have the Army of Shenandoah with around 14,000 men, which will be 22,600 once their recruits arrive. But again, that is a couple of weeks off. We have just finished Militia Act 2. We're now working on government funding because we're starting to run low on cash. The overall situation, we've got 70,000 men fielded. They've got 83,000, so it's close enough. I still feel quite comfortable with that. Casualty-wise, I mean, they've lost 10,000 more than us, but, you know, we haven't really got the manpower to lose. But we've fought 3 big battles in Virginia already, or was it 2 big battles? 2 or 3 big battles in Virginia. They were of a fair size for this stage of the war. We've finished building a few forts. We've built a fort at Washington. We've built a fort here at Fredericksburg near this river crossing. We have manned this fort with 5,400 men by the time the recruits arrive anyway, which is still, again, some way off. This will be under Micah Jenkins, and he is commanding the Fort Dick garrison for us. Magruder's Hampton Division built Fort Warren. Fort Warren has limited defenders at the moment, but it will have some artillery in it soon. We are waiting on more recruits to become available. What else is happening? The Army of Florida, that is just a holding army down in the south, and we have renamed the Nashville District to the Kentucky Force, just so I know that these guys are the dudes in Kentucky, under Major General Albert Sidney Johnston. They will have around 15,500 men once their recruits arrive, but again, we are waiting on them to come, and we're trying to dominate this central region of Kentucky. We've got a few thousand men available from Tennessee as recruits, but we're going to save them for now to see if we need them to make a little backup force at Nashville, possibly. Fort Phelps, under Colonel James Chalmers, we'll have around 3,000 men and 20 guns, so that'll help us hold Nashville, I hope. A few forts here, Fort Donaldson, Fort Henry, and so on, all garrisoned with kind of around 1,500 men, except for Fort Hyman, which has only got 20 guns and 47 men, so that's not great, but again, we're lacking manpower. In the west, we're facing off against the Army of the Mississippi and another army. As you can see by the skull and crossbones, they're suffering with supply, so they're low on food, even though there's a supply depot here, but with 2 armies, this one being around 16,000 men, and I suspect the one behind it is somewhere between 4,000 and 10,000. We don't really know. So anyway, there's not going to be any more waffle from me. We're going to get on with it right away. We're going to start playing. Now, the decision in the east. I'm moving up the Hampton Division. Well, when they get their orders, they'll move up. There's only 4,000, but actually, there's only 2,800 of them. There will be about 4,000 when their recruits arrive. The Army of the Mississippi, Shenandoah, do we move them closer and try and take these guys on? Not too sure. Is the Army, yeah, they're all moving south. Well, they're moving anyway, so that's not a good sign. Let's see if we can't instigate a battle here and see what happens. This would be a rather sizable battle, I feel like, if it does come to battle. We're marching quite slowly. We've got nothing much going on here. We do have Fort Stark, but again, I've got no men really to put in it. But what we're going to do, we're going to build a depot here. And then hopefully, if we ever get some troops available, we'll stick another couple of brigades in here, and we'll see if we can't push up towards Grafton, Virginia. I'm quite happy to sit on the defensive in the east so far. There we are. Army of the Shenandoah, Army of the Potomac, the Department of Pennsylvania. 7 hours away, reinforcements is the Army of Occupation. Then the Army of Northeast Virginia, which is the bulk of their force, 27,800 men, 38 guns, 9 hours away. Hopefully, Johnston and Beauregard can knock the Department of Pennsylvania out of the battle first. It says it's 7 a.m. I hope that's what time it is when the battle commences, but we will see. Because if it's near nightfall when the battle starts, then they're going to get their reinforcements the next day. But we're going to get into this battle. We're going to go around. We've got about 33,000 men, 31,000 infantry, 1,600 cavalry, and 63 guns. They've got around 40,000 infantry, and almost 10,000 cavalry, so this is going to be a difficult fight. 7th of September 1861. So it's saying they've got 52,000 men under McDowell, but of course we don't know their exact numbers. 34,500 men under General Joe Johnston. Yeah, so the battle does actually start at 7:09. That's good news for us. So hopefully we can knock that first army out of this battle and end the conflict that way. Send that first army packing. We are facing the Army of Northeastern Virginia under the command of Irvin McDowell with a strength of 0 men and 0 guns. Well, good news. I think that's just because they aren't here yet. The enemy army is green and morale is reported to be broken. Well, like, they're not here yet. We're not really fighting McDowell. What do we got here? Joe Johnston down here. This is attack the enemy. Yeah, where is he? Where are the objectives? That's the question. So the good news is that Beauregard's army starts on the field up here. Now, their reinforcements could come in from this area. There's the objective. So I guess he's probably deployed here. So Johnston is going to push up and attack his rear. Beauregard's going to keep him busy at these river crossings. If we can get away with not crossing, we won't cross. That's going to be a tough one to get over. There's some steep bank to get over. So what we'll do is we'll try and hold him in place with our forces here. So the objectives here, he's bound to be around here. Can we cross at the dam? I'm not sure if you can get over there. Failing that, we could send a division to cross over here. I'm reluctant to get too strung out because their reinforcements are due. I mean, I know it's 8 hours away, but that goes pretty quick on this game. And if they come in here, that's going to be some real trouble for us. So possibly we will actually... Yeah, we're going to try and swing over this bridge and deploy here. I'm not sure if this is going to work out, but we're going to try it. I feel like crossing this section might make more sense than trying to cross here where there's a steep bank, and that's going to be a nightmare to go at Scott's Ford. So let's see what happens. What on earth? Why is somebody going this way? I don't know, but as long as they get where I'm telling them to, that's all that matters. Ewell's division is going to be in the lead. It's going to be quite difficult to coordinate both these armies going, I think. But then we would really be in trouble if their reinforcements come in here, I think. So if we're crossing here, it means we can hopefully cause some damage to their units, and hopefully they're set up to defend Scott's Ford rather than facing this way. Let's see and find out. As always, we're going to take things quite slow. There's no rush here. Well, there's a little bit of a rush because we want to obviously defeat their army. We're almost 2 hours in, so their reinforcements are not that far away, but I don't want to just throw my men into this attack. We haven't got the men to lose. Simple as that. It's taking us a while. This is all a big bottleneck here. Longstreet's division's there. I feel they can probably do the job on their own. But let's... Oh, no. They can't do the job on their own, that's for sure. Yeah. So he's facing this way. He must have known what I was going to do here, crossing the river where I did. Let's get information here. What the hell? What are they doing? Why are they... Oh, this is a mess. Absolute mess. So we've made a couple of mistakes here. I've advanced these guys a little bit too far, but we're going to rectify that and redeploy a little. I suspect Stuart's cavalry is done for once again. That's my mistake, of course. So Edward Johnston's cut off here. He's advanced too far. Stuart's running. I mean, I knew he would actually. That's my mistake for the way I advanced them. That's obviously causing morale penalties to our guys here under Johnston. Can we fix this? I think so. These guys been hitting the rear here with Bartow's brigade advancing. Good. Johnston's men have suffered 300 casualties already. That's not good. If I thought I could pull him back, I would, but I don't think I'm going to be able to really. Move Jackson up a little. Out. There's nothing much I can do there. It's looking unlikely we're going to be able to push these guys back before their reinforcements arrive. Highly unlikely. Johnston's men are really suffering here. Let's see if we can't pull them back. I mean, they might break, we'll see. Looks like Shoop's just out for a stroll at the rear here. What on earth? Like, look at this routing. What on earth? Johnston's men are really suffering here. Almost 500 casualties. They're pulling back under fire. Trying to take some of the pressure off them by advancing those two brigades into the woods, but not really having much effect, if I'm honest. Very, very slow going. Johnston's managed to pull himself out of there. That's good news. Been quite impressed with Edward Johnston in the last few battles in his unit. Done a really pretty good job. Barnard B getting up into the action. Sibley arriving. However, it's coming up to noon. The enemy's retreating. So we've routed quite a lot of their units. They're just not going to stand. And I think think that's it. They didn't have time for the reinforcements to arrive. Suffered heavy casualties. We suffered quite badly as well, though. We had them in a good position, coming from two sides, and we finished them before their reinforcements arrived. So that's that. We're going to push on a little. It's another decent victory here. I feel like we've done a pretty good job in these last few battles. It hasn't gone as smoothly as it might have done, but we did get the win in the end, which is all that matters. And our men are looking in pretty good shape here. We're still inflicting casualties on them, and that's great. That's exactly what we want to be happening. We had them in a really nice pincer movement again. This is the second time we've managed that sort of thing with these armies. They're just milling around. I don't think they know what they're going to do. Suffered a lot of casualties. It's a shame that Stuarts ran again. I mean, that was absolutely 100% my mistake. And this was a major victory for us. We absolutely hammered him in the end there. We lost 1,200 men. He only actually ended up deploying 1,300 men because he didn't have time for his reinforcements to arrive before we smashed him. Hopefully that sent them packing. So let's see what happens with those two reinforcing armies. Do those two armies now push into our men again, or will they all pull back? We'll see. It's September the 7th, 1861. Another major victory for the Confederates. That was a pretty good battle. It was messy, and I messed that up with Stuart's cavalry, but with their routing. The route they took, I should have taken it off roads, and I should have paid more attention to where they were going. Especially when we seen that the enemy was deployed in a slightly different place than I'd anticipated. The enemy reportedly suffered 2,910 casualties there, of 378 killed, 24 captured. Morale is believed to be stable. Our casualties were 1,224, 186 killed, 181 missing, and the rest wounded. Morale is eager, supply situation mediocre. We captured 1,400 rifles and 18 guns on the battlefield. Alright. Where is the Department of Pennsylvania going to retreat to? What is the Army of Northeastern Virginia going to do? And what is the Army of Occupation going to do? Have we got another fight coming? That's the question. Yankees forced to skedaddle. Confederate armies unstoppable. We've won a few good victories. We haven't even actually suffered a defeat yet. We can promote Beauregard to lieutenant or lieutenant general if you're American. Let's do that. Lieutenant General PGT Beauregard. Excellent. What about Joe Johnston? Can he go up? He can. Nice. Out in the west, we're still sitting pretty. Just hanging out. The Department of Pennsylvania is still just kind of sitting there. I don't understand why they haven't retreated. Johnston's back here. Hampton Division moving up. The Union's now offered 2-year contracts. That means that they're going to get a bunch of new recruits. We're going to recruit a cavalry unit from Georgia into the Army of the Shenandoah. It's another small unit, that's fine. Yeah, so they're pulling back over the river there. Way back, up to Baltimore. Ooh. Another big battle. The Western Army suffering some morale problems. 1,500 men with low morale. I'm not sure what the issue is, but sure we'll find out. 4,500 cavalry. So this is like the Army of the Mississippi coming to fight us again. Under Fremont again. Yeah, let's see if we can't knock him out of the war. 2 battles in this episode, so that that'll be it for this episode, I think. We'll do this battle and see where we are. Battle of Carrollton, Mississippi. Again, outnumbered slightly. I feel okay, as long as we're on the defensive especially. But, I mean, we are in Missouri, which is technically their state. But really, I mean, you know, we are on the defensive this time. Just trying to work out where the Union's going to come in from. From up here. Okay. So it's going to take them a while to get to us. This is the objective point. We can deploy here. This is a decent defensive position, I think. We'll guard the crossings here of this stream. Not sure which stream it is exactly, but we'll guard the crossing. Hopefully there's not another objective anywhere that I've missed. I'm not seeing it. But they can be a bit difficult to see. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to defend this place over here. We've got somebody with low morale. I'm trying to work out who it is exactly, but Slack's men, maybe? Not sure. So we're going to keep Forrest's cavalry division as a bit of a rapid reaction reserves. Oh, it must be. Is it these guys? Maybe they're flashing. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure who's having problems. We've got a bit of a hill here, and we're going to pop the artillery up on that hill. The howitzer battery going to guard this crossing here. Yep. So this is our deployment. Basically, we're going to sit tight and see what he does. I'll obviously let time go past so you don't have to sit and wait here with me. And we'll see what develops. Oh, the Missouri State Guards here as well. We'll pull them across this way. There's only 500 of those guys left, but they'll do for a little reserve. We've constructed some little barricades here for Waitman's guys to be behind. Let's wait and see. We'll wait and see. There they come. Oh, and down the road as well. Oh, 6-pounders there, opened up on their cavalry. Okay. That's fine. That's kind of what we were expecting. Certainly what I was expecting. I thought they were going to come over this way. So McBride's brigade, 593 men. It's probably more like a battalion coming across the river here. The stream. Positioning them out here. Hopefully we won't need them. I guess the majority of the fighting is going to be done by Pierce's brigade and John Bell Hood's brigade. While we hold this crossing. Slack's brigade, less than 1,000 men. So that, we'll just leave them there. And we have got McIntosh and Bushrod Johnson in reserve, the cavalry. So if we need to plug some gaps, we can. Their guns are coming out right onto the flank here. Actually, maybe we can get Bushrod Johnson out onto the flank with his small force to give some fire to them. They're coming really close. So they actually, I think they're going to try and take us on the left flank there. Bushrod Johnson not fancy it? So the main attack's going to come on our left. We're going to put McIntosh's guys there, ready to go with that. Really pounding that small force. But if we can get Johnson to take that that artillery out, then that would be nice. Real nice. Go on, Johnson, push it. Yeah, we're going to send them back. Excellent. This is not so good, though. Oh, McBride's guys, they're never going to hold that. So we're going to dismount McIntosh's men. And we're going to bring them forward to give some support and fire. McBride's going to have to pull back. He's already lost 50 men. That's 10% of his force. Managed to push them back, that's good news. We'll pull Bushrod back a little. McBride's going to go. So they're really struggling to get over this creek. But we are losing quite a lot of men. These units are tiny. Got to be careful. Okay, so I feel like we can maybe pull back Clark's brigade and stick them over here. Pierce's brigade's struggling. Unstable morale. John Bell Hood's doing a good job here, only 27 casualties. Slack as well, hitting these guys on the flank. So the Union's pulling back. They had a difficult job attacking over this creek. This was a decent defensive position for us. I think they're probably going to retreat. It helps that our units here are well armed as well. They are all armed with rifles pretty much, apart from a few of the smaller units. We had a nice little defensive position here. We did a good job. We've pushed them back. Ooh, 2,600 casualties for them estimated. That's 15% of their force. I think he's pulling out. And you can't really blame him for that. Going to send Macintosh after this artillery, see if we can't take a few more of them out. Hood is chasing down the 1st Brigade of the Army of Mississippi, who are beating a hasty retreat. We still haven't had the official retreating notice, but I'm sure they are. There they are retreating. There's no way they weren't going now. But we're going to pursue them a little. And why not? Yep, excellent. I mean, they're away. Morale's broken. This is the second time we've actually managed to defeat this army in the space of, what, a month or two? No wonder their morale's suffering. You can't blame the guys. Lost thousands of men again. I wonder if the Civil War had started as one-sided as this in real life, would it have gone on as long as it did? I kind of doubt it. Yeah, another really nice victory. $3,100 casualties for him. Abandoned all his guns. This was a disaster for them. We only lost 800 men. So that's an absolute disaster for him in Missouri. A bit of a disaster in Virginia. Not too bad, I suppose. I mean, in the scheme of things, only one of his armies engaged there in Virginia. But still, his morale is plummeting down, actually, his national morale. There we have it, and we're going to wrap it up right here. So this was a really nice, good episode, very productive. A couple of nice victories there for us. And we have pushed him back in Missouri once again. I feel like we're almost in the point where we can then push north into Missouri, since we've given him a bloody nose twice in a row here in southwestern Missouri. So that's really quite promising. Our troops sitting in central Kentucky are... Ooh, there's another army here. 5,000 men. And the army to Ohio there. Ooh, so he's actually really reinforcing this one. It's going to be up to 22,000 men. So we are definitely going to be opposed in Kentucky. but looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with how this is going, although it feels a little easy to me. Maybe next time I'll ram it up. I'll ram the difficulty up a bit more. We're playing on hard with mediocre aggression, although I feel like he's quite aggressive, but I don't feel like the AI is all that good. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just having a lucky campaign run through here, but it's been quite good. These battles have been pretty good. That battle Virginia was pretty awesome, actually. A nice pincer movement again. I like that. So we caught his army between our two armies and crushed it, basically. So I'm going to wrap it up right now. Hopefully we'll be back for more in the not too distant future. Do kind of every couple of days I'll do an episode of this, and I usually do an episode of Crusader Kings every day or every other day, depends on how much spare time I've got. At the minute here, the weather is appalling. It is in the negative temperatures, and we've got snow, even though we're almost in April. But anyway, but it does mean I have a bit more time for making the content. That's it for this episode. If you liked it, like it. If you've got a comment, leave a comment. I like to engage with people in the comments. If I've got something wrong, just tell me, and I'll respond to it. If you're enjoying it, and I hope that you're going to subscribe and come back for more. But for now, I will catch you later. Have a great day.